Well, howdy there, friends and neighbors. Welcome to the Blind Piper channel. I am the Blind Piper. I appreciate you tuning in. Excuse me there. Well, just want to make a quick little short video here. Nothing too long. Just got home from a get together at some friend's house for a Kentucky Derby Day. And I just wanted to share my experience real quick. So, I don't normally, when I go to people's houses or whatever, I don't normally take a pipe with me. And today we were going to some friend's house that was having, they were expecting, I think, 60-something people to show up. And I would say every bit of 60-something people showed up. And I knew, if weather permitting, that they were hoping a lot of people would bring chairs and enjoy the back deck and the backyard, because 60-something people in your house in a normal size house is a little much, at least for me. And yeah, my buddy came outside a few times and said it's just too many people. He texted me at one point and said, if you want to come down and visit with me in the basement, I'm hiding out. He said too many people in the house. And a bunch of the kids ended up finding him in the basement, and then he worked his way about outside. But anyway, normally I don't take a pipe with me because I try to respect. If I know the people aren't smokers of any kind, I don't want to fire up a pipe at their house and offend anyone. It's their house. It's their right. But anyway, since we were going to be outside today and it's Derby Day, I thought I'm gonna take my pipe with me. So Mrs. Piper said, if you're going to take a pipe, she said, take Blood Red Moon. She said that's something that shouldn't offend anyone. So I told her, I said, I'm either take that or I'm gonna take my Riverboat Queen. To me, both of those are very pleasant room notes, yard notes, porch notes, whatever you want to call it. Very pleasing. So I ended up taking a bowl of Blood Red Moon with me, and so about 5 or 6 of us were sitting around in a circle in the backyard just chatting, and I sat there for a few minutes and was trying to figure out, after we ate and everything, I was trying to figure out where the wind was blowing. And I said, I'm gonna fire the pipe up, but I'm gonna make sure I'm not, blowing it right at somebody. So I moved my chair around a little bit and got situated and pulled the pipe out, and I had pre-packed it before I left the house, and pulled the pipe out and fired it up. And Mrs. Piper had got up. I was sitting there talking to a buddy of mine. I actually work with him, and we were sitting there chatting, and the wind kept blowing it towards him. And I said, sorry, he's not a smoker of any kind. I said, sorry if it's bothering you. I said, I can move my chair. And he said, no. He said, actually, it smells kind of good. It doesn't bother me at all. So we sat there and was chatting, and Mrs. Piper got up and walked off and talked to some of the other women folk around. And she come back later and she said, well, apparently your pipe's a big hit. I said, what do you mean? She said, people kept making comments that they smelled a pipe and they couldn't figure out where it was coming from. And she said, that's my better half. She said, he didn't want to offend anyone. I hope you're okay with it. And they were like, yeah, it's great. And she said she heard people talking about, they hadn't smelled a pipe in years, or their dad or their granddaddy or somebody like that smoked a pipe, and it brought back memories. And she said it was just it was a talk of the household there for about 10 minutes. But it was nice to first time I've taken a pipe anywhere with me like that to somebody else's house, a get together or something. And it was nice that it was well received. And even the homeowner that had invited us, he's a friend of ours, obviously, but he come out and was chatting with me for a few minutes. And I said, I hope you don't mind me smoking a pipe. And he said, no. He said I actually used to smoke a pipe. And he said, back several years ago, he said, I only had one pipe. And he said, my wife talked me into giving it to her uncle. He said she didn't want to have him smoking a pipe around the kids. And they have 2 young children. And he said she didn't want me smoking a pipe around the kids. So I gave the pipe to her uncle, which he said, no, you just go right ahead. Doesn't bother me a bit. And he said, I had no idea you smoked a pipe. I said, well, yeah, I do. And he said, I guess I just never thought to ask you about it, and because I didn't know. But I said, well, I never knew you used to smoke a pipe. He said, well, maybe one day we get together and smoke a pipe together. I said, well, that sounds like a plan, sir. And maybe I can get him back into pipe smoking again. Maybe I can get his wife to kind of calm down on the don't smoke a pipe thing. Sorry, I got a little toasty outside this afternoon. Weather was nice. It wasn't bad, but ever since I come home, I've been thirsty. But yeah, maybe I can get him back into smoking a pipe. You never know. Maybe we can, maybe if Mrs. Piper talks to her a little bit, maybe she'll say, well, maybe it's not so bad. But yeah, it was, I just want to come on and tell you about my experience today at the Derby party. And I'm glad that it was well received. It was very nice to hear positive things about me smoking a pipe. Actually, another one of my coworkers happened to be there, and he's older gentleman. He's in his mid 60s. Well, 63, 64, something like that. Yeah, 63, 64. He actually walked up and sat down, and he said, "Josh, I had no idea you smoked a pipe." I said, yes, sir, Billy, I do." He said, "It fits you." He said, "I'm surprised because I didn't know," but he said, "I'm not surprised that you would." He said, it fits. I said, "Well, thank you. I appreciate that." But anyway, yeah, it was just nice. It was nice, refreshing to have people apparently not offended. You know, nowadays everybody's offended by everything. Yet it's nice that there was positive responses from it. But anyway, that's all I want to talk about today. Obviously, I'm not smoking a pipe right now. I've actually smoked a pipe 3 times today. So probably won't have another one till sometime tomorrow afternoon after church or something. But anyway, hope everybody's having a good weekend. Hope you're doing well. And until I see you next time, I wish blessings for all and lots of luck to you and yours.